playing Hermeto Pascoal's music is a real challenge, as many of his musicians would tell you. I had a number of challenges myself learning this piece. The melody consists of this long series of semiquavers, and one of the biggest challenges I had playing that was concentration. There's an element of muscular memory in the fingers, you know, remembering where your fingers go, the patterns and the shapes and the positions, but you have to be thinking as well. And I found that if I wasn't thinking 4, 5, even 6 notes ahead, I would mess up. For the most part, the melody is supported by dominant chords. This is a chord with a major third and a flattened seventh. However, these dominant chords are extended somewhat with the use of the 9th and the 13th. The melody that is played against these chords often emphasizes the Lydian dominant sound, as in the following examples. The other challenge I had learning this was trying to find out what the time signature was. I had no problem with the notes. I mean, that's straight ahead for me, but the emphasis on the notes, the implication was 3/4 in the first couple of bars. So I had written them as a series of quavers. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. A few days ago, I got in touch with Jovino Santos Neto, who was the keyboard player for Hermeto Pascoal for many years. And he very kindly sent me his transcription of the piece. He plays on the original piece. He accompanies Hermeto, who's playing all those fast lines. And in his transcription, he has a series of semiquavers. After I uploaded my first video on Hermeto Pascoal, a very nice person offered to send me some scores and sheet music. Some of them had been transcribed by Jovino, and there were some things that were handwritten by Hermeto Pascoal. This was a fantastic resource for me, and I went through all the sheets and listened to the songs. And after a while, I realized that there was this kind of tendency to have these unusual chord syncopations supporting the melody. And if you listen without the lead sheet, it's very easy to misinterpret where the rhythm is, where the beats are, and where the bars change. This has a lot to do with the way the Brazilian musicians feel music, the way they feel time. So sometimes you're listening and you think you're on the 1, but you're actually on the 2. And it's only when you see the score or the lead sheet and you're following the music as you listen that you realize that, oh, actually I'm in the wrong place. Now, a typical attribute that you find in many of Pascoal's compositions is the use of multiple chords. They're sort of ever-changing chords, and they happen quite rapidly too. There are many features and characteristics to Pascoal's music. However, the use of multiple chord changes that happen rapidly is a technique that is quite commonly integrated into Pascoal's compositions. beginning of Correu Tanto Que Sumiu, the melody is played through twice at around 100 BPM. Then for the third and fourth time around, it's played at 170 BPM. Now, you have to bear in mind that these are semiquavers, and I only managed to play the first and second rounds of the melody. When it goes to 170 BPM, it's really not made for the guitar at all. In the original chording, it's played by Pascoal on a keyboard instrument, and it's just so fast. Example of Pascoal's dexterity and technique, phenomenal technique.